Too often, I'll say barefaced lies. I'll say barefaced lies. I'll say barefaced lies. Again, barefaced lies. Too often, I'll say barefaced lies. I'll say barefaced lies. I'll say barefaced lies. Again.
That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shooting cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced lies.
Barefaced lies. Barefaced lies.
Hey son, you got a party, got that little party going on there. Keep to the left, you can't think right, so everything you do goes wrong, yeah. Incompetence just leads to disaster. Corruption brings it on even faster. What you say?
That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced. That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced lies.
Barefaced lies. Barefaced lies.
Comrades, you always told us you'd build us all a new Jerusalem, yeah. You talk the talk, but when you walk, you only leave a crooked line there. And you don't see the trouble that's brewing if all you do is just what you're doing.
That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced lies.
Is this where you wanna be? Debt and childhood poverty. Want somebody set us free from this corrupt kleptocracy? Oh yeah.
Barefaced lies.
That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced. That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced. That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise, you get shit cold, overgrown, postal road, barefaced. That's right, yeah, we got an agenda. And it's your money we're gonna spend, yeah. Do you want where it's all gonna end, yeah? Do you feel me, we never wanna defend, yeah? Cause when the truth becomes so easy to disguise.
fear them. Do not fear any of them. On the 20th of November 2003, James Ignatius O'Rourke McMahon was elected councillor for the Failsworth East Ward of Oldham. Deeply ambitious, he ruthlessly rose to power, and by 2011 he was already leader of the council. In 2015, exploiting a Labour Party loophole, he became MP for Oldham West and Royton. If only the people of the town knew then what they now know. Do not fear them. Do not fear any of them.
Very, very good morning, Tuesday the 1st of July 2025. My name is Raj Amir. This is the Recce Sent 9 transmission. Thank you very, very much for those of you who joined me. I came back very late from London last night. It was very warm, very sticky, and the train was late. And then by the time my train got into Manchester Piccadilly, all the trains coming to where I live in Mosley had finished. So I went and got a late tram and then got a Uber home. And then I thought, okay, I need to update you on a new masterclass that I designed whilst I sat there, which is to do with the public inquiry and the national inquiry and how we can make sure it's fit for purpose and what it really has the powers to do rather than what you're told it can do. And then, as with all the best plans, it wasn't to be. Because I woke up this morning to a source of mine from within Gtr Manchester Police sending me some information. Raja, have you seen this? With a laugh, they need to get the proofreaders out. And I thought, okay, yes, they do need to get the proofreaders out, but that is the least of their problems. Let me just sorry, I left that charging, so this should fix it. Just give it a second. I'm getting better at this. Yeah, there you go. So Gtr Manchester Police on Monday, so that's yesterday, issued this press. It's not really a press release. They sent it out to their partners, and it's from Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker. And I'll read it to you, and then I'll dissect it if it's okay with you. Dear partners, our commitment to securing justice for the survivors of non-recent child sex exploitation is progressing at pace. As detectives within our CSE Major Incident Team working on the Operation Sherwood have gathered significant evidence and are actively pursuing several suspects believed to be involved in the abuse of teenage girls in Oldham between 2011 and 2014. Now, just give me a second. I'm just going to get a pen and write on my notepad whilst we're talking through this. Pursuing at pace. Try not to laugh, people. They're pursuing at pace crimes that they were aware of in 2011. So that's the best part of 15 years before they get round to investigating. Forget the charges, Sue. Forget the charges. They are pursuing at pace crimes that they were aware of 15 years ago. Or just under 15 years ago. And then they say, Operation Sherwood have gathered significant evidence. They don't give what the evidence is. And they're actively pursuing several suspects. What is several suspects? Is it 1? Is it 10? Is it 100? What is several? What does several mean? And the abuse of teenage girls. Why are they not using the word rape of teenage girls, gang rape of teenage girls, but more specifically, why are they not quantifying how many girls? How many suspects? How many members of the gang rape team? How many girls? And how many times were Greater Manchester Police aware of these crimes? Were they reported to them before they decided to at pace investigate 15 years later? That, my friends, is just the first paragraph. A very, very good morning to my friends in Greater Manchester Police who, as part of Operation Hexagon, following me and making records of every one of you who is watching with me. I'm sure we would all like to give them a very warm welcome. We very much look forward to the national inquiry, where we'll make sure that whoever is heading up Operation Hexagon and whoever ordered it and supported it to come after members of the public that exposed the Pakistani rape gangs and campaign for a national inquiry, well, we're going to make sure that you go to prison. This morning, specialist officers executed a warrant at a residential property in Rochdale and arrested a man aged 38 on suspicion of rape of a girl under the age of 18. So, why did they not photograph this one? Why did they not video this one? It's always in the details. Where is the press release for this? Where is the Manchester Evening News story? Lee, you have no idea what we are going to do to them. And you, Lynn, should know better. You have no idea. If we had that attitude, we would never have got here in the first place. If you're all ready to give up, then I don't know why you are wasting your time here with me. If you're all ready to give up, go and do something more productive. It's a warm day, the sun's not out yet. Go and do something more productive with your time. This morning, specialist officers executed a warrant at a residential property in Rochdale and arrested a man aged 38 on suspicion of rape of a girl under the age of 18. While the offence is alleged to have occurred in Bolton, the victim is connected to our Operation Sherwood investigation. Therefore, this case is forming part of our overall inquiries into multi-offender and multi-victim criminality. There you have the phrase, multi-offender and multi-victim criminality. What does that phrase mean? And what does that paragraph mean? The girl was from Oldham because Operation Sherwood is the specific police operation to do with the abuse of teenage girls in Oldham between 2011 and 2014. So the girl is from Oldham, one town. The perpetrator is from Rochdale, a second town, and the offence took place in Bolton, a third town. So what they're now confirming is that what is taking place is cross-county lines, cross-local authority boundaries, and what that means is that Jess Phillips' attempts to confine inquiries to local authority areas now has to be dead in the water because the police have confirmed multi-offender, multi-victim criminality across multiple locations. The networks belonged across towns. The girls were trafficked across towns and the members of the customers who gang rape these children? Well, now we also know Bolton. Bolton is part of the rape gangs. Bolton is now confirmed as part of the rape gangs. And I know they always knew, Lynn. I know they always knew. But now, they've always known all of this, Lynn. But we've had to force it out of them into a public space and then use that information to campaign. And campaign we shall. The girls who experienced these abhorrent crimes over a decade ago, so that's them confirming it as well, are now women who have placed their faith in the GMP of today to bring justice. Does that mean the GMP of yesterday were taking backhanders from the Pakistanis who were gang raping these children, or were the police officers waiting their turns? What is it that the GMP of yesterday was like, Steph Parker? If the GMP of today is committed to bringing justice, is that an admittance that you were filthy, dirty police officers involved in partnering with the Pakistani rape gangs? Is that what it proves? Steph Parker, is that an admission that your police officers were bent, were corrupt, were just as complicit and also gang raping children? Is that what that sentence is an admission of, Assistant Chief Constable? Remember, and I say this in all seriousness, remember, Maggie Oliver has confirmed on national TV of a serving police officer being investigated as a member of the rape gangs. Well, where is he? Come on, Andy Burnham. Where is your policeman who was a member of the rape gangs? Why is that covered up? Was he arrested? Was he charged? Or was he given a pension and given a first-class ticket to go home to Pakistan? Where is he? Again, these are not my words. And I challenge anyone to come to any other interpretation from reading this other than what I have. They have placed their faith in the GMP of today to bring justice. So that confirms the GMP before today, before June the 30th, were partners in the Pakistani rape gangs, selling children, raping children, and covering up their crimes. And if the children said anything, they were arresting them. And if the parents said anything, they were arresting them as well. And yes, all of this will come out in the national inquiry. All of this will come out in the national inquiry. And I think you, Steph Parker, should be called to give evidence. My apologies. My apologies. While we work alongside these survivors and provide regular updates, we are grateful for the support our specialist partnership agencies are providing them, which ensures our investigation moves forward at pace and in a manner that is right for them. So how many of them are there? Do you see the ambiguity, the continuing ambiguity? How many survivors are there? Come on. Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker, how many survivors are there? These cases are not without complexities. You don't say. Is it perhaps the complexities that your police officers are partners in the gang rape of children? Could that be potentially one of the complexities, Greater Manchester Police? Maybe the complexities is that there were politicians involved, maybe some Pakistani brethren protecting the clan members. And we know full well that these cases are not without their complexities, but they're not without their complexities because of what was done to the children. The complexities is the cover-up. The complexities is the cover-up. But our team of detectives, well, how many detectives? Remember, you shut down Operation Augusta when you knew 97 gang rape members were running free across Manchester. How many is your team of detectives? Working endlessly with determination to bring child abusers in front of the courts to answer to strong evidence. Hold on. I asked a question, and I continue to ask the question. This is what, the 13th, if I'm adding things up properly, this is the 13th arrest under Operation Sherwood. How many of these 13 have been charged? How many have been charged? I hear the Imam's boy is hanging out again with his boys, sunbathing yesterday. So how many of these have been charged? There's no point even asking why they've launched an operation with limited parameters of 3 years, is there? It's just nonsense. How many have been charged? Come on, Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker. How many have been charged? Or did their uncles, the councillors, phone in and come and help, get them released? What happened? Did they pull out a phone and say, I control 1,000 postal votes? Yeah. And you're not reading this wrong, we will now allow passage of time to be a barrier to justice. We will now allow passage of time to be a barrier to justice. It's probably the most honest sentence she's written in this. We will now allow passage of time. Good morning, Jilly. You're very, very welcome here. And it's this, Aidan. No votes to foreigners remove the ability for ballot box blackmail. Mate, I think you and I will, as long as we agree on what we mean by foreigners and start from there, absolutely. But you've seen it right there. We will now allow passage of time to be a barrier to justice. I've not said that. That is Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker has confirmed that Greater Manchester Police will now allow the passage of time to be a barrier to justice. It's so important we get this right to bring a sense of long-awaited closure to the survivors. Of course, it's a typo, but come on, when you can't even proofread something as important as this, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? Protecting children is GMP's #1 priority. Well, is that a new priority? Has it always been your #1 priority? Because the evidence clearly demonstrates it hasn't. So when did Greater Manchester Police decide it was going to be a #1 priority? More importantly, more significantly, what are the tangible interventions Greater Manchester Police has put in place now that it didn't have before to demonstrate that protecting children is Greater Manchester's #1 priority? Of course, it's complete and utter bullshit by Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker. She thinks you, me, and all of us were born yesterday. And as for a sense of closure, thank you. A sense of closure. That's like saying it didn't destroy lives. It's so important we get this right to bring a sense of long awaited closure to the survivors. What an utterly disgraceful sentence. What an utterly disgraceful sentence. And this is an assistant chief constable. It isn't one of the thick, moronic police officers that repeatedly arrested me. This is an assistant chief constable. Our local complex safeguarding teams are working across the multi-agency partnership to prevent children from coming into harm, support to those who are vulnerable, and provide a quick and joint response to incidents. What absolute bullshit bingo sentence that is. We are not fooled, Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker. I look forward to updating you on further positive action in the weeks and months to come. Well, Steph Parker, why don't you just start by confirming how many individuals have been charged? How many have been convicted? How many have been arrested? How many suspects are there in Operation Sherwood? How many teenage girls have you identified on your books through your records that you failed to support between the years 2011 to 2014? Why will you not do that? It's the more they open their mouths, the more they expose themselves. The more they open their mouths, the more they expose themselves. No, Martin, I agree with you. I don't think you can close this. And I now use a different word. I don't use the word compensation, because these were state-facilitated crimes. The former Home Secretary, Priti Patel, has confirmed that the state facilitated what took place. These are now no different than war crimes. And the state has to pay reparations to these survivors. And those who are involved in the cover-up, including police officers and politicians, have questions to answer in front of the courts. And if that lands me in more trouble, then so be it. I was in London yesterday. It was very, very worthwhile going down. For those of you who are new to me, and people say, Roger, no, people know who you are. No. The vast majority of people are still new to me and are joining me. Many of you are here new for the first time as well today. Please, please, please do subscribe to Red Wall and the Rabble. It is completely free. It's where I publish all of my content, all of my analysis, and it's the one-stop shop where you can go and get information from all the qualitative stuff I do is there. My articles, all of that. It is 100% free to join. And I ask that you pay with 75 pence a week, £3 a month, or £30 for the entire year, only if you can afford to do so. I am 100% crowdfunded, publicly funded by yourselves. No one else supports me. I'm 100% supported by ordinary people. And it is your support that has got us to the place we now are, where the government has been forced to announce a public inquiry. And people say, well, why do you say this, Raja? Why do you put in your disclaimer, make reference to Maggie Oliver, Tommy Robinson, Charlie Peters? Well, I'll tell you why. Charlie Peters is a reporter. He can't politically campaign. It's beyond his remit. Tommy Robinson is a campaigner in his own right, 100%, but he is not a political campaigner. He marches up and down, he mobilises street protests. I think there was one this weekend. Maggie Oliver, up to January this year, refused to support a national inquiry or our campaign for a national inquiry. It's in The Guardian. They used it against us. I am a political campaigner, and right from the outset, I looked at this and I started backwards. Where do we want to start? We want to start with delivering justice, as an endpoint, and we work back. Well, how do we deliver justice? Well, the mechanics in this country of delivering justice is through a national inquiry. 6.5 years later, we now have confirmation of this national inquiry. We now need to make sure it's fit for purpose and hold it to scrutiny and to account over the next 3 years or so whilst it does its job. Now, you can believe we have no chance of achieving what we want to achieve, or you can have a little bit of faith and think, actually, this man and his team, we collectively have got it this far and we can get it to where it needs to go. And for that, all I need is numbers. I need 10,000 to support me on Redwall and the Rabble. Again, I'll put the link up. Here it is. We're at just over 5,000 now. I don't care if you pay, I don't care if you're free. We need the numbers. The numbers raises public awareness. People speak to people, people pass on information to people, and over the period of time we'll be able to have the kind of force that has not been seen in this country that can hold the government to account. And of course, alongside the work I do through Redwall and the Rabble, and I have been doing through the Recusant 9 platform now for 6.5 years, I am a member of Rupert Law's inquiry team. I commit my time 100% pro bono. I do not take a fee. They have some sort of fee arrangements with people, I think. I don't take a fee, nor do I take a single penny in expenses. Because I am proud, I am genuinely proud that my work is supported by you, and we have got this far off the backs of ordinary people. So please sign up to Redwall and the Rabble. I've got a couple of masterclasses coming up, one on the public inquiry, one on the actual rape gangs themselves, and all I need is some help to get the numbers there. I am now, thank you, Jane, and there's 554 of you this morning, just on an impromptu. If I got £2 off all of you, that'd be me done for half the month, I think. Contrary to the claims of Oldham Reform, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not blacklisted by Reform at all, because I am now going to finish my coffee, tidy up some stuff, and go and visit my Reform friends in Tameside. And I have got a call scheduled this afternoon to speak at a Reform meeting in Barrow in Furness. So that's not worked. Hopefully that's not worked. I understand there are some very nervous people, both at Reform in Oldham and Reform regionally, who are complicit in attempting to smear me. Why? Can you not see what I'm doing? I'm not interested in petty politics. Thank you very, very much. Please subscribe to Redwall and the Rabble. It makes a massive difference, and it helps keep me going. And it means that we can keep scrutinising these documents in a way that no one else will. And ask yourself, before I finish, how many of you were even aware of who Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker was, or that they'd made an arrest yesterday which confirms the cross-county lines operations and validates our belief, our position, that you cannot have local inquiries confined to local authority areas. That in itself is a cover-up.
Do not fear them. Do not fear any of them. On the 20th of November 2003, James Ignatius O'Rourke McMahon was elected councillor for the Failsworth East Ward of Oldham. Deeply ambitious, he ruthlessly rose to power, and by 2011 he was already leader of the council. In 2015, exploiting a Labour Party loophole, he became MP for Oldham West and Royton. If only the people of the town knew then what they now know. Do not fear them. Do not fear any of them.